Melissa's making her way into the studio back from the sensory screening Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where she took Cal and a couple of his siblings. We'll get a full update here in a second. But first, thank you to our title sponsor, Warrior Mom. WarriorMom.org. It's Tracy Slepcevic. The book, of course, is called Warrior Mom. This is a mother's journey in healing her son with autism. You can get the book at WarriorMom.org. This is a fantastic guidebook for parents. Real valuable information that you can really actually put into practice. I always say, nothing worse than sitting down reading a book and then the book's over and you're like, well, now what do I do? Tracy has totally figured out a solution to that. WarriorMom.org. The book is on sale now. And Tracy also is presenting the Autism Health Summit. This is coming up in February in San Antonio. You can go to autismhealth.com, get details, and get your tickets. We are going to be there. We would love to see you there at the Autism Health Summit. autismhealth.com. All right, Daily Autism Podcast is back, fresh off the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, a sensory screening. I had to sit back and do some interviews and write some newsletters, but Melissa very bravely took Cal and 3 of his siblings to the sensory showing. This is a Studio Movie Grill, right? SMG?
Yes, SMG, and he has not been to the movies in over a year. But I saw that they had a special needs screening, so I took the chance off of a very rough morning.
Yeah.
He was not in the best mood, but part of him not being in a good mood is not being at home or being at home. Like, he just likes his routine.
Yeah.
He wants to go to the therapy center.
It has been it's been a month. August is we're recording this. It's the 19th. It's August has been a month. It's been tough.
Cal does not like weekends.
No.
Like, he can handle one day. Anyways, I told him about the Ninja Turtles movie.
And now, by the way, we don't like weekends because he doesn't like weekends. I'm like, people are like, thank God it's Friday. I'm like, oh, say a prayer. I'm ready for Monday.
Yeah. He was good the whole movie. I mean, the whole movie as long as he lasted. He lasted over an hour. He had popcorn, lots of popcorn. He had French fries. I brought his Play-Doh. I brought his iPad. They left the lights on, which was super nice. And the theater was packed with special needs families.
Yeah, talk about that, though, because when you were there about a year ago, I think it was like 10 months ago you went last. Talk about the difference in just less than a year crowd size.
Yeah, so when we went last, there was one family, like maybe 2 kids, so a family of 4.
Yeah, and these are the regular theaters. Some people have talked to me about, well, what are the theaters like? And I'm like, oh no, it's the regular theaters that anybody else would go to. There's not like a special room.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that I could order my tickets online because it was a special needs screening, and before you couldn't. And I went today, and there was 5 seats together in the second row to the screen.
It was meant to be.
Well, I thought that was going to be an issue because we usually sit in the back, Anyways, so before, there was only 2 other families before.
Yeah. Last night, you came up with this idea, and while I supported you in the idea, what I was saying inside my mind, I don't want to tell you, because I was like, you're nuts. Like, you're crazy to do this. Like, there wasn't a lot of, preparation time for him. And so I just was like, when you all left today, I was like, I'll see you in 20 minutes. You'll be right back.
Well, and I'm pretty spur of the moment.
Yeah, which that and autism is a wild combination.
Well, he had a great time.
No, that's good. I thought he would love the turtle aspect. He just loves animals. So, and then this morning I was really thinking about it. I was like, oh, Cal is obsessed with pizza. And the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's all they eat.
Yeah, they were eating it a lot.
They eat it a lot. Yeah, I mean, by the way, that's just a great childhood memory, isn't it? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, the movies, the cartoons, all of it. Just
I was singing the song last night. I love the Ninja Turtles.
It's in my head. When we started talking about this last night, I mean, it's
Turtle Power.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will say when we went before, and there was only a couple people that I felt a little uncomfortable. He was being loud because I felt bad. But now the theater was packed. They left the lights on. There's all different disabilities in the theater, which made me feel very comfortable for him to turn around and look around and be loud. And there was noise happening during the movie, and it made it comfortable. Studio Movie Grill, by the way, is SMG. Everybody just says SMG, but for people listening that may want to look at that, because they're nationwide, and they do these sensory screenings. And so does AMC, I believe, does them as well.
and there's some other chains. I just did a video.
Yeah, maybe Regal.
Yeah, I did a video on TikTok about it, and people jumped in with a bunch of like the national big box movie brand theaters, cinemas. But then there's some like smaller local ones that also do them. So just call, or get online. What is Studio Movie Grill? Because there was a debate. Is it the child, the autistic child, is free, or?
I haven't even told you yet.
Yeah.
So before it was the special needs child is free and their siblings.
Okay.
And only the parents have to pay.
Okay.
Well, I went today and parents are free now.
Oh, wow.
It's absolutely free for the entire family.
Okay. And that's Studio Movie Grill, otherwise known as SMG. Those are the ones, if you don't know, they're popping up, but they're like, this is why they call it Studio Movie and the Grill, is that they have like a restaurant and a bar. So you can get there before the movie. And I'm not like pitching them. We're not endorsing them.
No,
I'm not trying,
I did tag them on social media.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, that's good. I actually probably will do another video about them now, giving a break on the parents too. I think that's really cool. But yeah, so there's like a bar, so people go before, have some drinks, watch a movie. You can also order drinks and food while you're, watching the movie. And then afterwards, sometimes people go back to the bar or whatever. So SMG. But do you think that's? Well, we can find out. Like, do you think that's permanent? Like that, or was that I guess what I'm asking, was that a mistake? Were they supposed to charge you?
No, I don't think it was a mistake.
Because the theater was packed. I mean, I give them a lot of credit. If that's in fact their policy, that's awesome. Because
I don't think he made a mistake.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's great. I say it's great, but also, like you said, there was a couple families a year ago. Now it's packed. It's going to get to the point there's just going to be more and more theaters and.
There was no seats left.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there was no seats left. But like I said, it's very comfortable. There was all different people with different disabilities. But the great thing about Studio Movie Grill is they deliver the food to you in your seat, which is super nice.
Yeah.
But then when we were leaving, and I do like that it's free because we weren't able to stay the whole 2 hours, Yeah. So it's nice because we still ate and everything. But on the way out, there was a bunch of girls dressed up to go to the Barbie movie, and they were like probably 30 girls.
That's
and they were
still going on?
Yeah, they were dressed up. There was like 30 adult girls having drinks at the bar and taking pictures. And
Which, by the way, again, this is Saturday the 19th. We're recording this, and we'll post it today the same day whenever you get to listening to it. But you were there at like 11:30, so 30 women at the bar at 11:30 dressed as Barbie.
It's going to be an early night for them.
That's 30 husbands that when your wife gets home or your girlfriend gets home, it's going to be a fun afternoon. They've already started cocktailing.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be their last stop.
Oh God, no. Yeah, there's gonna be a Barbie bar crawl on the beach later on, which, by the way, I should mention, thank you to our friends at the original Krabby Bills on Indian Rocks Beach. Oh, boy, I'd love to go there today. I can't lie. That'd be fun.
Well, I will say this.
Here we go.
Cal was great the whole movie.
Every time I start, I've got to do the Krabby Bills endorsement. It always goes off the rails because Melissa starts smiling at me and she's like, let's go to Krabby Bills.
Well, he was great the whole movie. Then he wanted to go outside. So I listened to him. If he tells me I'm ready, we're leaving,
Oh, yeah.
So we leave after an hour and we're headed out and he sees this structure that looks like a playground, which is the worst structure ever. I don't know why they built that there. So he can't go on the playground. So then I had to carry him as he's clawing my face and pulling my hair.
Yeah.
There's chunks of hair missing.
What does this have to do, though, with interrupting the Krabby Bills endorsement?
Because it makes me want to have a drink after getting my hair ripped out.
I got you. I was like, where does this go? I got you. Okay.
He had a meltdown. My hair got ripped out.
Okay.
Face got scratched.
All right.
I can have a beer.
Yeah. The original Krabby Bills, Indian Rocks Beach. We just appreciate them supporting our platform. And they truly, and by the way, I should mention, they are involved in a lot of different community events, aspects, and stuff. Just great people, great family. Over 40 years at the original Krabby Bills location. So they support the Daily Autism platform, and we support them because we've still got to go out and be social and have fun. And I always say, if you don't take care of yourself, who's going to take care of the kids? So you do have to find some time to get out and be social. Thank you, Krabby Bills. They'll have live music today, as they do every day in the loading dock. And we are in the midst of this massive lobster celebration. So probably take advantage of that.
Lobster Fest.
Yes. Thank you, Krabby Bills. So first off, real quick on the movie, How did you like the movie? Like special needs and all that aside with how they did. I heard they did a great job.
Yeah, the movie was great. It was
Yeah.
actually, I'm kind of sad we had to leave early.
I was
but
going to say that
I was definitely watching
it
it.
sucks you had to leave.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tyler actually was like taking the longest to get out of his seat to leave. And I'm like,
yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me. By the way, he must have been at home there. Tyler's our 16-year-old, but we call him Tyler the Turtle. He could have been, what are there, 4 turtles?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the 5th Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. He is about the slowest being on Earth.
he is.
He just moves so slow. Until I watch him, he wrestles for his high school, and he's so fast. And I'm like, what is that?
I know. And then he's fast at work because he wants to get finished.
Yeah.
And then he runs and everything. It's only if you, I don't know.
My apologies to turtles, as they're much faster than Tyler. He needs another, he's like a sloth. He's a very slow-moving being.
Sloths are cute.
They are, but boy, are they slow. You know?
They are.
Yeah.
The movie was great. They did a good job. And Cal actually was not really paying attention to the movie. He just likes being away from home in a different setting.
Yeah.
I brought his iPad and everything.
What I appreciate about that, and, so just to thank Studio Movie Grill for that and really all the other theaters who do it, it's just time for him with his siblings. Because, it's also just as much about them. They want to be with him. They want to spend time with him. They want to do things with him. It's hard. That's something that kind of feels a little bit normal, right? Going to the movies with your brothers and sisters. So that's cool that they could do that with him.
And because we spend a lot of time at home, I'm just happy that they have the experience to go out.
Yeah.
And that's nice that Studio Movie Girl makes it free.
That's cool. That's really cool of them. That's great. Yeah, we've been talking a lot on social media. You can connect to our social medias at dailyautism.com. But we did a TikTok video the other day, and Chuck E. Cheese is doing a Sensory Saturday thing now, and it's really, I mean, I don't know what this looks like in 5 years, but I think there's going to be a spectrum component to many family-oriented businesses. Restaurants, cinemas, gyms. You're already seeing it in professional leagues, sports leagues. They're putting the sensory suites in to a lot of these stadiums and arenas and stuff. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's just good for the family structure, so you don't have to be separated all the time. That's kind of like an under-articulated aspect of all this. The family is so separated. Just because you have to be. There's just things you can't go to.
Well, our whole day changed because Trey was supposed to have travel baseball, so we would have been separated.
Yeah.
You were going to take Trey to baseball, and
yeah, that's a little league fields. No matter the sport, boy, they could use something. I don't know what that looks like, but gosh, even like a sensory playground or something, that siblings could go to while the game's going on.
What about like a sensory truck thing that pulls up?
Yeah, it would be good with the air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gets, we're in Florida, but other places, I guess you don't need that necessarily, but we do.
Yeah.
That's a good one. FunFactorySensoryGym.com. They're one of our newest partners. They're great. They are building the coolest structures. They do this in commercial spaces. So let's say you're a business and you serve the autism community, and to have like a sensory gym, a sensory play place, they do that. They also do it residentially in the homes. FunFactorySensoryGym.com. They've done over 40,000 installs. They were on NBC. They are like the best.
It's incredible what they do.
It really is. I actually wish I had that skill to be able to build that, because first off, it just looks fun. But second off, there's a need, there's a problem that they're tackling. They do a great job. FunFactorySensoryGym.com. You can also link to them through dailyautism.com. But we're big fans of them. And I actually just spoke with them the other day. We're going to do a really big, awesome holiday giveaway with Fun Factory Sensory Gym. But I would recommend you go and following their socials. They do a great job on YouTube with their videos and their YouTube shorts. But we're going to do this holiday thing with them. I don't want to say too much, but it's going to be awesome. I'm pumped up for it.
Well, I would love one in my house.
Well,
if you can do it, do it.
There goes the giveaway, folks. Merry Christmas. The giveaway's over. No, but that's going to be good. Good to have them along for the partnership. So what is like the rest of our weekend? And we'll wrap this up quick, but what does it look like? So we've already done that thing. It's kind of rainy and cloudy. He's home. He doesn't like weekends because there's not as much structure.
I know. So what does it look like?
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly, I got to apologize to the podcast audience listening, because this is more really about me And like, what does our weekend look like now? I've got some videos I got to do, and I have an interview I have to edit. But after that, workout.
I think you're asking to go to Krabby
I'm
Bill's.
not. Well, I'm not saying no to it. I know I'm not doing that.
I was going to put him in the pool. I mean, I was going to try.
In this weather, wow.
Well, the sun keeps coming out.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't been out of my little dungeon here in a while. So.
Yeah, that's all I know. I mean, we could try to do the beach tomorrow, but I don't know.
Is Splinter back in the movie, in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the big rat?
Yes, Splinter is back.
Thank God. He died in one of them.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't died yet.
Oh,
there was 53 minutes left.
Oh, he might be done. That was the thing.
I think he gets sick and dies.
No, that was. I cried at that movie when I first saw it. I mean, that movie came out, gosh, that's so long ago. It was in the 90s.
Yeah, they showed when he found the little turtles and they were covered in the slime.
Yeah.
And then they became mutated.
What?
Into big.
Mutated into big.
Mutant.
It's very scientific science here, boy. You're learning it all.
No, but they had pizza a lot. It showed how they met April.
The news. She was the news.
Yeah.
What did she do?
The news girl.
The news girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's good. They did a good job.
Yeah. Also, I this is a much shorter podcast than normal, but I do want to highlight our good partners, technologynorth.net, and their CEO, Ling Huang. You know, I just did a video about Ling and his company and put it out all over Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. He asked this question, and to me, some things just kind of grab you, and you just go, wow. But, you know, his son, Brian, is on the autism spectrum. And he just said, when Brian was growing up, what does life look like after he's 18, basically after he gets out of high school? And Ling and I were talking the other day, and he very accurately talked about it being the cliff. There's a certain point, you know, where there's nothing there for your child on the spectrum. I mean, school is over. Many times the therapies end. And he created this process, this company, Technology North, and they're in Canada for now, but it's just a remarkable process of being able to employ these people, these young adults on the autism spectrum, and giving them some individuality and really kind of a mission, a goal. And he's just done such an awesome job, and going to hear more about him as the months and hopefully many years go on. But technologynorth.net, I think they're a world-class business. I mean, Ling's a world-class guy, and I just... To me, as we go through this, I appreciate people who take skills that they've had and use those skills for things before they had a diagnosis for their child, but then they kind of pivot and they say, I'll do this, and I'll do this now for this, you know, for this group of people. I think it's really cool.
That's really cool.
That's what Ling did. So technologynorth.net, exciting company, exciting mission. They've been doing a lot of cool stuff. So definitely appreciate that. DailyAutism.com is how you get to us 24/7 on social media and our podcast platforms. If you're listening now, you've probably figured out the podcast platform part of it, but Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, where we do the newsletters, the America's Autism Hotline, 877-344-ATSM. And a lot of our videos, by the way, we are, you know, we're showcasing things, opportunities that are available. For instance, I did one this morning about music therapy, which is interesting because a lot of insurance companies are jumping behind music therapy now and getting it for families.
I just set Cal's appointment up.
You gave me the idea. I have to give you the credit. Yeah. I didn't just wake up and say music therapy. We were talking about it last night, and so I put it into my phone. I had already researched it before, you know, and I just was like, yeah, maybe we should, you know, do that. He's into dancing.
He loves dancing.
But this is very new.
Yeah, so he's going to school.
He used to hate music, and now he kind of likes the beats.
Well, he's very picky about what he likes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he likes Who Let the Dogs Out.
Right.
He likes Brass Monkey.
Oh, God.
He likes, like, you don't know what he's going to like.
Yeah.
Like, Tyler even did this rap song that doesn't have music. I forget who sings it. Oh, it was Drake.
He would love, like, a wedding reception. That's where they play all those songs. Kind of the cheesy, you know.
Yes.
Who Let the Dogs Out. Oh, that's a weird one.
Like, he probably would like YMCA.
Yeah. He likes kind of
like I
don't know about that. He likes the novelty songs. Yeah. Like the one-hit wonder songs, right?
Yeah, I forget what he was doing. And it's
The
like,
brass monkey's hilarious, but I think because he's talking about an animal, and it's the
Right.
same thing with Who Let the Dogs Out.
yeah, you're right.
He just loves animals. I woke up this morning and I'm out and I'm having a cup of coffee, and he comes up to me and he goes, "Hi," and I went, "Hi," and then he just kind of looked at me and then he walked away, and then he turned around, looked at me, and he goes, "Hey, there's a hedgehog here," and I'm like,
He likes hedgehogs.
"Good
right now.
morning, Cal." And then he showed me the video. He's got this video where these animals just walk across the screen, but then he identifies what they are. And not just hedgehog, like there's all these different, like we say that there's a rhinoceros. There's like 1,000 different types of rhinoceros
Yeah.
or rhinoceri. I don't know what the plural version of that is. But he knows all like there's like 3 other words, like because it's like species, but then it's like, I don't know where they're from and what they do.
He watches these prehistoric animals.
Yeah, he's really
Or
good
like
at
I
it.
asked the kids what video that was, and it's like he like pulls up different animal sizes. But the other morning he woke up and he started talking to me about American bison.
Yes.
I did a post about it.
Yeah, there's another bison too. It's got kind of a convoluted name. It's American bison something. And I don't know what the difference is. It's like the horn bends one way instead of the other, but he knows it all. He knows all the uniquenesses of it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he told me American bison. It is a type of cattle. It has long horns. I'm like, okay, good job.
I mean, I got to tell you though, like that's something that I would struggle for months trying to remember all this stuff. It's just incredible. He's
Yeah, at his school in the office they have a hedgehog and a porcupine.
fake ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he used to be obsessed with the clock, and now he's obsessed with these
Thanks, school.
hedgehog and
Yeah,
porcupines.
when you said that originally a couple days ago, I was like, I swear, if they put a real hedgehog in there, and now we have to go buy a hedgehog, this is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
But I could see it coming to that, you know. But at least they're not real animals because, you know. But I mean, honestly, like these kids, a lot of them, like you know, they get the separation anxiety sometimes. You know, his Mickey Mouse Catoodle, he loves it, and
Yeah.
when it's not around, sometimes the Toodles, it's he feels, you know, separated from it, and
I was playing with him. I was tricking him because he kept saying, "Oh, Toodles." I kept saying, "Oh, Turtle," because we just saw
the
Ninja,
Turtle.
Anyways, I have to tell you something funny. So I'm trying to tell him about like teaching him our names and your brothers and sisters. And so I'm like, I said today, "Where do you live?" And he said, "My home."
It's a pretty good
I
answer.
thought that was pretty funny.
That's one of those.
Where do you live?
That's one
My
of those
home.
things, though, that's like, he is so, you know, we've talked about it before. If you say it's raining cats and dogs, he's running to the window to see the cats and dogs fall from the sky.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that, I don't know, like I saw that once like in a movie or something where a cop asked a guy, "Hey, where do you live?" And he's like, "At my house." You know,
Yeah.
the cop's like, "Don't talk to me like that," you know, da 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 da. But that's, for him, it's like, I live at my home.
Cal said it, and I'm like, oh, good answer.
Yeah.
You're right.
We were outside the other day in the pool, and he just pointed to the house, and he goes, "I want to go inside my perfect house." And I was like, man, that's awesome. I love that you think that you live in a perfect house.
He loves his house.
I loves his house.
Yeah.
And so it's, you know, those are the things that are really interesting. But you also, you know, when you hear these stories about elopement or if they were to get lost in a crowd, and if somebody said, "Hey, where do you live?" he would say, "My home.
Yeah, he
I
would.
live in my perfect house,"
Right.
which is nice that he feels that way, but it's not going to help him get home. People
No,
are-
I should teach him our phone numbers.
well, I mean, that's down the road. Yeah, we could try that, but I'm just kind of saying the innocence of it all. It's cool, you know.
Oh,
it's,
yeah,
it's
for
just
sure.
the simplicity of it, you know.
And the thing about like elopement, it's not like kids don't elope because they want to run away.
No,
It's like this strange thing that like if he could get out, he would.
Yeah,
And it's not because he wants to. It's I don't know. I don't know what happens, like what they're thinking about. But we do have locks on our door, and I actually saw a post the other day, and it said like autism family door, and there was locks all the way down.
I know.
From top to bottom.
I know it's not. It's people see that and they laugh, and I mean, I laugh too. I mean, it's funny, but it's true. I mean, it's like you,
yes.
you need. I mean, we don't. I mean, that one meme has like 50 locks on it, you know. But
Well, it was funny because it's like you obviously understand
Right.
if you laugh about it. But we have locks all on our top doors, on the top of our doors.
yeah, we've got a couple. I mean, yeah, it's you know, and we're gonna have to invest in other security measures here coming up soon, and he's getting bigger and stronger. And the gate leading from our kitchen to our living room is it's wonky, and it's not going to last long. And the only thing we can really come up with because we don't want to put a door that we can't see is like a screen door, a storm door.
Yeah, which would seem very weird to other people, but
I think it
looks good to us.
Only thing, I keep looking, I think it's the only thing that's going to make sense for safety and some type of aesthetically pleasing. And I say that rolling my eyes because it's not going to be aesthetically pleasing, but it's going to look better than just a big solid door separating the kitchen and the living room.
Well, and you do have to see him. And then in a different area of the house, which we have blocked right now, which he can get through, we want to put a sliding glass door in our house.
Yeah, that's going to...
That's going to be weird too. And that's going to have to be like a hurricane door so he can't break it.
Yeah.
So.
Real quick, I want to give congratulations to Lift Academy. Lift Academy is really, they're a gold standard academy/school for special needs kids. They just started their first day of school this past week. Their brand new campus in Clearwater, Florida is really remarkable. I mean, I want you to check them out online, liftfl.org. Or obviously you can just search Lift Academy. Again, Clearwater, Florida. This is a brand new facility. It's huge. They took over a YMCA, totally remodeled it. It is a mecca for kids with autism. They do a great job. And one of the things that's so impressive is more than 95% of their students are on a scholarship. And they will help you get all that information and get that done. They really provide a good guide, great guidance for that. So Lift Academy, Clearwater, Florida. And just celebrating their first day of school a couple days ago and still registering for the fall. So great people, and I'm glad that their mission continues. If you get some time, research. We should probably just do a whole episode about it, but research how they got started. Again, we were talking earlier. It's these organizations that have these meaningful starts, meaningful and beginnings to the journey, and that certainly is Lift Academy. liftfl.org for the Lift Academy in Clearwater, Florida.
It's a beautiful building.
It really is. I follow them on all their social medias. They did a great job. That's a place where a lot of kids are going to be able to call home for a long time. And as we always say, great for the kids, equally as great for the parents. We need peace of mind too. I mean, we want it for our kids so bad. Sometimes we lose sight that we also need it too. And so to the organizations like Lyft that can provide both, great place for the kids to develop, to be happy, to be nurtured, to have fun. But then for all that stuff for the parents too, that's a grand slam. That's great. So congrats to Lyft. We'll be hearing a lot more about them in the coming months. All right, you ready to?
I don't know what we're doing.
I'm scared to walk out of the studio here. I'm like, what's going to happen out there? What are we doing?
He's had his moments, but he's happy right this second.
It really is. It changes so quick with the weekends. It's like, wow, so now we don't like weekends. We got to figure that out.
Well, that's why I ventured out today.
Yeah, you did great. I'm. It's not even that I'm proud of you. I'm almost like I'm in awe of you. I'm like, you packed him up and went, because it's been a rough month. This was a rough morning. So I'm pretty tired.
I went with no expectations. I told you that. And I told the kids that. Like, I don't know if we're going to be here 5 minutes or 50 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah. Which is they both happened.
Yeah.
Sometimes you are there an hour. Other times you walk in, you sit down, you kind of look around and go, let's get out of here.
Yeah. I'm like, guys, it's time to go.
Yeah. And you can just sense it. That's special needs parent radar right there. You know what I mean? You just sort of sense it. So, all right. We're out of here. DailyAutism.com is how you connect with us online 24/7. We'd love to meet you across our social media platforms and create some conversation there. DailyAutism.com.